So GLHF, and let's go without music, and of course restart our interesting Mediterranean between Zeus and Poseidon, with Shelty playing Poseidon and Shadowfax aka NoMercy playing Zeus. Alright, so of course there's going to be yet again going to be castle right next to the TC, which is of course going to be making for a very easy start for the Poseidon, because he's going to be just luring all the animals across the board, like for example those piggies, those bears, and for example those potential piggies in the bottom. Those wild piggies, yeah, we're having all piggies across the map in there, as potentially the berries, they are not going to be moving, they are not really from the Fungon forest, I'm thinking. But otherwise, already, yeah, you can see that he's stealing the piggy in there. I'm kind of thinking that it's fairly unfortunate that actually Lure does take her doubles. Kind of thinking it's not that ideal, and it probably shouldn't be happening all that much, because of course, I can see the logic behind it. It's not that much of a difference, of course, but I would be definitely liking it a bit more if it was going just for the normal animals, because the piggies, especially when you are Greek, you are already having a pretty good opportunity, like the best of all the civilizations, to actually get the piggies by just scouting. So it's kind of redundant and lowering the potential of both the advantage through the scouting and through the lure. So for that reason, I'll be actually glad if it didn't target those animals at all. Anyway, right now wild boar already coming in, so that's going to be a bit of a bonus for Shelty, of course. As we are looking, for example, at the gold, well, a bit of a nice a little clearing in the forest in there for it. That's going to be a nice protection, of course. And gold on the right, ×2, ×3, a lot of gold mites on the right. You can see even the fourth in there. As on the left, there are still some available, and definitely good news right about now for Shelty, because his TCs are not in the water range, whereas the front for Shadowfax most definitely is. So if he's gonna lose the water, yeah, we can kinda kiss goodbye to this town center, which might be, of course, a bit of an issue, especially in 1v1. Otherwise, the gold might seem to be quite nicely positioned for him. This is very close to his TC, or rather, yeah, to his base TC, and the second one as well. So I'm kind of thinking he's already going to be eyeing this TC a bit more on this side, so that he can capture it for himself. Back TC, yeah, kind of standard, the same as for Shelty. Relic is for what? Better cavalry hit points, yet again, that's the same as in the last game, an absolutely great one for the Greek Wars. Better infantry hack armor, yeah, well, that's a good one. Very good one, and especially right now, Shelty should be happy that it's next to him and it's not next to Zeus, because the hoplites in the Imperial Age, aka Mythical Age, would be a whole lot stronger in there. So how many extra animals is he gonna get? Another piggy is going to be guarded, or rather taken from this spot. It would have been scouted by Shelty as well, so unfortunately for him. It's going to be coming there, piggy from the bottom, potentially still more to be stolen, and it seems like the lure is still going to be continuing with them. So yep, good starting for Shelty, and let's have a look, for example, at the water, as we have already noticed the temple being built for him. Good position of the dock, right in the middle, basically fishies in the perimeter, and pretty close one, so this is very nice efficiency right about now for Shelty. Even the whales in there are voicing their approval through their singing, and well, of course, the other dock is probably gonna go a bit more to the south. About here, I will be liking it, because he needs to be a bit closer to all those extra fishies, and maybe a bit more efficiency for this. Otherwise, docks spread out, I'll be expecting for blue, because he cannot really risk the pestilence, and having docks right next to each other, that would be absolutely terrible for him. Apparently, there's going to be a bit of an issue, as this boat is not really working, not going anywhere. But yeah, he does have enough on the right side, and it seems like that basically the same spot as for Shelty, so both are having a very good efficiency, if it wasn't for this idol in there. Very nice scouting by Shelty, so that he potentially sees if it's going to be making sense for him to go for pestilence or for the ceasefire. Otherwise, we are at 4 minutes, so both are going to be advancing, right? Huh. Blue is not advancing, Shelty is at about 3 minutes, so he's going to be advancing about, or rather, I would be expecting that he's really advancing at about 4:30, so probably going to be clicking into the next age soon. But his opponent definitely doesn't seem so. He seems to be aiming for something a bit more standard, like about 5:15 or whatnot, which is kind of usual from what I have seen in the past streams that I have streamed of the Vanilla Championship. Well, it is going to be Pestilence. It is going to be Pestilence from Shelty. So full on curious if NoMercy is coming for ceasefire or if he's coming for the restoration. If actually all the games, and especially AOT, are anything to go by, he should be coming for the restoration, and he's not. Oh man, he fully expected that actually this is gonna come, so this is better counted right now by Shelty, and he's not going to be able to do anything significant, but still. Pestilence right now going to be cast with, of course, counterplay by the ceasefire. It still is quite powerful because it means that for 40 seconds you are not going to be able to produce any boats. That's still going to be given a huge advantage. And since the restoration is not going to be present, and Shelty is already quite ways into the next age, quite a lot sooner than his opponent. Well, you can kinda guess that even the stronger economy right now for Shadowfax is not gonna do anything at all. Anything at all, because the resources, he cannot use them. The boats are 100% certain, waiting at 99% in both docks, and even though he can be swimming in the resources, he's just not gonna do him any good whatsoever. And you can just watch how Shelty is gonna absolutely own him. There is still going to be a bit of an advantage, or rather potential opening, as Hendax is being researched in there. Whereas on the other side, wow, this is gonna be fast heroic into Skillas. Oh man, Shelty is in for a bit of a surprise, it seems like, because right now he has to be realizing that his opponent is probably gonna be coming for something a bit fishy. He has probably seen it. He knows about it through the Kataskopos, but I'm not sure what he can be actually doing against that. I actually think he cannot do anything at all, because that's going to be a counterplay, total counterplay to all those arrow shifts from Shelty. And right about now, Shelty should probably disengage from the water altogether, or not. I'm kinda right now looking for the opportunities that are going to be coming. Bit of a dancing hippocampus in there, not really sure what he wants to do, as he's apparently stuck behind the fishies or whatnot. But yeah, right now Shelty, once he advances, it's going to be probably double Skillas, at least. With this amount of guys on the favor, he will probably come in for 3 to 4. Oh yeah, everybody's hoping that he's not gonna drop. This is gonna be quite interesting indeed. He does have pickaxe. Yeah, he's gonna be just spamming this class in there. And there are already 2, that's gonna be 3. And they spawn just supremely fast. But he's probably not going to be having all that many resources for the rest. But still, this is going to be kind of interesting how he's gonna play it. I'm not sure that he can actually somehow win anything by running away, because of course the dogs don't shoot, so like what would be the point? But if he's going to be fighting next to the dogs, he still will be having a slight advantage of actually getting the reinforcements into the battle a bit sooner. He should be using the hippocampus most definitely to try and tank some damage from the Skillas. As of course there's going to be all kinds of kiting in here by the Skillas in there, and this is going to be kind of hard for Shelty to do anything about all that much. I'm just right now going to be looking what he's gonna do. So far, not any kind of heroic, he's probably going to be sticking to the classical age and hoping that he can just win it. I'm not sure if he shouldn't be building another dock. Right now he probably knows that his economy can handle it, but already 4 Skillas are up, and we should be fully expecting that more are going to be coming up. This Skilla is more or less the dish. But so far, the numbers are not half bad. Not half bad, just basically all up to micro. And you can right now find these guys soon enough. Micro them. Come on, another Skilla coming up. Just full health, and this is really well played so far by NoMercy. The micro of the Skilla basically running away and then returning back, as his opponent is kinda unaware of it. Right now, the Juggernauts are gonna be just a huge extra problem in there. So basically 3 Skillas gone. 2 still remaining, and unfortunately right now Juggernauts are coming into play, which is going to be a bit of a switch of momentum. And well, Skillas not really working in the end. It seems like the Shelty actually chose the correct strategy. So far, at least. Yeah, the lag is of course a bit of a problem for him, but unfortunately it's Shadowfax's own, so he can unfortunately tank just himself. But yeah, I can definitely understand with the way that he's playing that the lag is a huge problem for him with the micro that he's trying to do. Yep, it definitely is. Definitely is, but of course right about now he's going to be losing all the Skillas in there, as this one is also going to be dying pretty soon. And with the economy being in pretty hard spot right about now for Shadowfax, and actually, yeah, Shelty is so far ahead of him that I don't really think that he's going to be having a bit of a chance, or rather even any kind of chance, of actually winning it through the siege boats. I don't really think so. Having so few guys in there, he probably will be having I don't know, 2 extra skills. He's running out of gold in there. Just 250 left. And he's going to be moving somewhere else. So potentially there's going to be a bit of an opportunity. If Shelty wants to go for it, but so far he doesn't. He just is fully fighting on the water and hoping that it's going to be enough for him. Both Hendax and Pickaxe. I don't think that Hendax has been researched. Yep. Just the Pickaxe for Shadowfax as we are continuing with the game still. But Shelty right now, that had to have been a drop through Shadowfax. So I'm not exactly right now sure what's gonna happen, if it's going to be recognized as victory or whatnot, because this is definitely going for Shelty. And looking at the economies, there's no way that Shadowfax will be able to actually make enough Juggernauts to counter all this. So even though the skills are being done, and I'm fully expecting there are going to be more in there, not really sure what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna check outside what is actually in the game room. Yeah, Shadowfax has dropped. He showed Shelty dropping for us, but I'm thinking that Shelty will be having safe where he actually didn't drop. And in the meantime, whatever actually the players decide, I'm just gonna look into post-game in case they actually decide that they had enough with this game already. Okay, so post-game Shadowfax winning a lot, but not the economy. The economy is stronger for Shelty, which of course happens with the faster heroic, and the other guy not going for it, even though, yeah, you can see the difference. It's not really that huge, even though it is there. And units killed 11, but of course that's because there are just a lot of skills. 636. Good fast heroic. Very good fast heroic indeed. Not bad at all, has to be said. And considering how fast that is, it has to be said that Shelty played it very nicely. Played it very nicely indeed with his own faster advance into Classical Age, that he was having so many boats that he was able to actually withhold all those extra skills. 26 3M so far, 6 skills and more on the way. How was it looking with gold at the end? Shadowfax, plenty of it, apparently, so a lot of 4 skills. Favor, not so much. So he was basically having just like for 1 more. Yeah, well, let's see. Let's see what's gonna happen, if it's gonna be a GG or not.